couldn't even get a good lick on so pretty. Put him in the hospital. He's never been stopped. He's never been, oh, I'm so great.
Well, Sonny Liston's trainer told him at the beginning of the 7th round, he said, Sonny, get up, the bell's about to ring. Sonny said, my mother didn't raise no fool. I'm going to stay on this stool.
Hey, now you're talking.
Biography will continue in a moment on A&E.
It's happening. Some people are climbing out of their imports and getting into the 1992 Buick Regal sedan. Why? One simple, overwhelming consideration. Quality. Buick quality. It's something you might want to get into yourself. Regal from Buick. The new symbol for quality in America and beyond.
Man, last week my cold was so bad. I was coughing, my head pounded, my nose ran. I'm sure I even had a fever. My cough medicine just couldn't handle that kind of cold. They had this in the infirmary, Vicks Formula 44M, M for multi-symptom. You know, it's better than the leading brand because it's complete cold care and a cough medicine. Pretty soon my body was telling me, hey, slacker, get back to work. That's some medicine.
Vicks Formula 44, a better type of relief.
Late night. To you, it's just a TV show. To us, it's a living hell.
It's a TV viewing experience.
Weeknights at 7 Eastern on A&E.
To feel free every day, like you can fly all day. Johnston & Murphy has perfected the first truly comfortable men's dress shoe. Our trampoline cushion system is a technological revolution that makes the shoes you have to wear feel just like the shoes you want to wear. The trampoline cushion system, only from Johnston & Murphy. We're taking revolutionary steps.
Biography continues with Muhammad Ali.
All right. I'll fight. I want everybody. Oh, man. Oh, don't nobody want the public. Everybody's talking now. Don't nobody want me. Don't nothing with a fool want to fight me. And the public know you can't pick a man in the world to whoop me.
If it wasn't for Angelo Dundee, Cassius Clay probably would not have become heavyweight champion of the world that night. And if he had lost to Sonny Liston, if the fight had been stopped between rounds because he was having trouble seeing, it's highly unlikely, because of his Muslim affiliation and because of the skill he showed against Liston, that he would have been given the chance to fight for the title again.
The Nation of Islam was a religious sect that began in Detroit in the 1930s and reached a membership of nearly 800,000 believers by the 1960s. The day after defeating Sonny Liston, Cassius Clay converted to this new faith and took a name he had a hard time making the white media take seriously.
Cassius Clay was my slave name. I'm no longer a slave.
What does it mean?
Muhammad means worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
Malcolm X, spellbinding orator and intellectual of the black movement, became Ali's advisor.
It was Malcolm X who converted him. It was not Elijah Muhammad. I think, you know, Elijah Muhammad was a charlatan to a certain degree. But Malcolm X was a very bright man, a very charismatic man, a very powerful speaker. I used to sit with Malcolm X in the Teresa Hotel up in Harlem, and he would charm you. I mean, he could charm anyone. And there was a lot of Ali in Malcolm X, or vice versa. So that was a very good marriage.
It gives me great pleasure and an honor and a privilege at this time to introduce to you and present to you the messenger of Allah, your and my beloved leader and teacher, the most honorable and humble Elijah Muhammad.
The enemy wanted him to come out all blasted. They had said that he would
Liston would tear up that pretty face of yours. But Allah and myself said no, no.
I went to the Muslim mosque in 1960 when I first went to Miami, training for professional fighting. I went to a Muslim meeting. And as soon as I heard it, I knew this is what I've been looking for all of my life. When the man proved to me that I was not a Negro, that Cassius Clay was not my name, and I didn't know my language or my culture, my religion, and when he showed me I didn't completely know myself, then I had to sit and listen.
And there's no question that Malcolm X was his primary mentor. Ali was absolutely convinced that what Malcolm X used to tell him about how things really worked was true. And I also think that by this time, Black America felt in a large sense that Ali was fighting for us, especially for those who had no voice or had no forum. And again, juxtaposed alongside that was the fact that we knew he had a lot to lose.
Doing for self is the solution. Clean up our own neighborhoods, respecting and protecting our own women, getting some land and building a future for ourselves like other people. This is our solution.
Malcolm X's increasingly radical viewpoint created a rift in the Nation of Islam, even while it struck a responsive chord in the long-suffering black neighborhoods of America's major cities. Ali decided to side with Elijah Muhammad after statements Malcolm made were misrepresented in the media.
He did a few unwise things. A plane crashed in Europe somewhere with 130 whites on it from Atlanta. And he praised the death of these people dying such a tragic death. And Elijah Muhammad had to dismiss him for 3 months because he spoke for himself, not for the movement. And when Kennedy died, he also jumped up and praised Kennedy's death. The first white man that I've seen who really wanted to do something, tried to do right, couldn't seem to be right with me. And many people were grieving at the time Kennedy died, mainly Negroes. They cried more than white people. And this was an unwise thing for a man representing some 700,000 followers to stand up and praise a man like Kennedy's death.
When Malcolm X himself was killed in 1965, the tragic event even affected the fight game. Ali's rematch with Liston was rescheduled for security reasons in a remote location in Maine.
There were rumors that followers of Malcolm were going up to Lewiston, Maine to assassinate Ali. There were rumors that the fight wouldn't take place. There were rumors that Sonny Liston was afraid of being killed by a stray bullet in the ring. Nobody really knew what was happening, other than it was a very ugly time and a very difficult time.
Ali had married Sonji Roy 4 days after meeting her in 1964, and now as the Liston fight approached, Ali filed to annul the marriage, citing Sonji's failure to observe Muslim customs. Sonji claimed Ali's new Nation of Islam friends caused the split. Ali traveled with his entourage to Maine for the fight. He was afraid of flying, although he traveled by plane all his life. Dangers from other quarters left him totally unfazed as he put his trust in the founders of his religion.
These are the two men that I'm scared of. And when they would meet, nothing can be against me. These two.
Yeah, let's see. Who are they? Who are they?
Can't scare me with no pistols. I walk through hell every day. No guards. Don't need them. This is press talk. To scare me. You ain't doing them scaring Liston. I move too fast to get hit anyway. He's the one that's slow.
Keep an eye on Clay's lightning fast right hand.
Some observers thought Ali's first win over Liston had been a fluke, but he proved them wrong in 1 minute and 42 seconds of the first round. Ali's so-called phantom right effectively ended Liston's career and cemented his own standing as a champion of mature skills and still boyish enthusiasm.
It was a surprising punch. Yes, it was. Well, what I had planned, he fell just about a half a minute quicker than I thought he would. And I wanted him to come up. I tried to tell him to get up, but he didn't. But he was really hurt. I'm asking you in a nice way. The world is watching, and I want to have I want you to respect it, and I would like for you to call me by my name now. Muhammad Ali.
Biography will continue in a moment on A&E.
Once again, Buick is raising the banner for quality in America. Introducing the 1992 LeSabre with a higher level of power, safety, security, and convenience. This new LeSabre is going to be one tough act to follow. LeSabre for 1992 from Buick.
To celebrate the 10th anniversary of the IBM PC, you've got to know the ropes, because it deserves a big production. So you set the stage with rebates on a star-studded cast of PS2s. Go head over heels with a choice of amazing software. Then bring down the house with prices that really take the cake. It's the only way to thank everyone who played a part. Join the celebration. Call for an IBM dealer nearest you.
Masters Incorporated of Burbank. Are you having more trouble getting faxes through on the first try? We want you back. Dean and DeLuca of New York. Are you saving what you'd hoped on international calls since leaving AT&T? We want you back. For every business that left AT&T trying to save money. For every business that misses AT&T quality. Now you can afford to come back. AT&T Pro Ones. A discount plan that gives you very competitive prices. Switch now and get 1 month of long distance free. From Toledo to Topeka, from Fort Wayne to Phoenix, every business in America can come back. We want you back. Call 1-800-222-0400.
When the world only dreamed of flight, men of vision took to the skies. Theirs is a story of pioneering courage and technological adventure. From air transportation to our nation's defense, witness the evolution of flight through the eyes of the aviator. Neil Armstrong soars to new heights as he takes you through a living history of aviation. First Flights, Wednesday on A&E.
Biography continues with Muhammad Ali. After defeating Liston, Ali's next challenger was Floyd Patterson, who infuriated the champion by calling him Cassius Clay. The bad feelings spilled over in the ring in ugly fashion.
When Ali fought Floyd Patterson in '65, that to me represented that one incident in his professional life where I really didn't like him for what he did, personally. He kept saying to Floyd Patterson, "What's my name?" And he would hit him. "What's my name?" I mean, he taunted him the whole time. It sort of reminded me a little bit of the Jack Johnson-Jim Jeffries fight in July 4th, 1910 in Reno, Nevada.
He outboxes the challenger, outpunches the game, Floyd Patterson.
Patterson was outmatched from the opening bell in the fight held in Las Vegas. At one point, even Angelo Dundee urged Ali to mercifully end the bout with a knockout. But Ali kept toying with and taunting his exhausted opponent. Finally, the referee stopped the fight in round 12. Ali had retained his heavyweight crown.
And successfully defends his heavyweight crown.
The Patterson fight was soon forgotten as the year 1966 saw a major U.S. escalation in the war in Vietnam. Then, as an increasingly divided nation debated the rights and wrongs of this conflict, Muhammad Ali made a decision that thrust him into the middle of the controversy. Thousands of young Americans were being drafted to fight in the war at this time, but the Nation of Islam preached against participation. On April 3rd, 1967, Ali was ordered to report to the U.S. Military Induction Center in Houston. There, he refused to step forward to be inducted when his name was called. He signed a document citing religious grounds for his action. The deed provoked strong emotions on all sides. A group of prominent black athletes, including Lou Alcindor, later Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, football great Jim Brown, and others, met with Ali in a gesture of support for what they viewed as a courageous act of conscience. But the U.S. District Court in Houston saw it differently and sentenced Ali to a $10,000 fine and 5